Well, believe me, even though I never thought this day would come, the day where I finally get off my fat ass to get back to reviewing Doctor Who DVDs. Now, I know I've got a few requests since I said I'm not taking requests for now, but here we go. This is my DVD review of Doctor Who Series 4 Volume 2 at long last. This one was once again requested by MrMegaUK. So thank you very much, MrMegaUK, for requesting me to review this DVD. If you want to check out his channel, the link will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, for the cover art, we just got BBC DVD there, the Doctor Who logo, and we've got General Stahl from the Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky in the middle there, with some Sontaran ships in the background, and the Doctor, Donna, and Martha. Very underrated companion, in my opinion. I actually really liked Martha, but more on that in another video. So we've got Series 4 Volume 2, The Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky, The Doctor's Daughter, The Unicorn and the Wasp. So it's rated 12, got DVD logo there. Then on the spine, front cover art, very nice, very nice, I really like it. Sorry, I'm just trying to kind of rush through this. I need to get back into doing this. So on the spine, we just got your usual Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor's Face, Series 1, Volume 2, BBC, 2010, blah blah blah. Then on the back, we've got pictures of the 10th Doctor and Donna and the Unicorn and the Wasp, the Vesper form. By the way, I think that's a very underrated story. We've got Jenny and the Doctor's Daughter with that soldier, and Luke Rattigan and Commander Scoring the Sontaran Stratagem in the Poison Sky. Starring David Tennant, Catherine Tate, Freema Agyeman. The plot is as wonderfully inventive as ever, 4 stars in TV Times. So, for episode synopsis, we got the Sontaran Stratagem. Martha Jones summons the Doctor back to modern-day Earth, but an old enemy lies in wait. The Poison Sky. As the Sontarans choke Earth, the Doctor battles to keep both Martha and Donna alive. The Doctor's Daughter. On the planet Messalin, sorry, I forgot that. On the planet Messalin, in the middle of an endless war, the Doctor meets the most important woman of his life. The Unicorn and the Wasp. In 1926, Agatha Christie disappeared for 10 days. Was it amnesia, a nervous breakdown, or a giant alien wasp? Written by Helen Rayner, Stephen Greenhorn and Gareth Roberts, directed by Douglas McKinnon, Alice Troughton and Graham Harper, produced by Susie Liggett, episode 4, 5 and 7, and Phil Collinson, episode 6, executive producers Russell T Davies and Julie Gardner. Then all the boring information there no one cares about. Okay, so inside we have quite plain and simply, there was originally I think a flyer, something that came with this, but we just got the disc here, and we also have chapter selection and stuff like that. So yeah, so a verdict on these stories. Okay, now the Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky, first of all. Helen Rayner wrote this, and of course, as you all know, she wrote the notoriously bad Daleks in Manhattan and Evolution of the Daleks. To be honest, I thought she learnt her lesson with the Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky, because I quite enjoyed these stories. They're not the greatest in the world, but I'd say it's the best of all the new series on Sontaran stories, because like later on they just get sillier and sillier, especially like the time with the Doctor and also with the Strax in the Paternoster gang and all that, which I really didn't like. Because the Sontarans, I mean, I know that Strax at least is supposed to be the joke of his race, but in the time of the Doctor they took it a step too far with the comedic aspects, I think. Robert Holmes, he'd be furious, but it's refreshing to see that the Sontaran Stratagem in the Poison Sky is a new series story where you actually can take the Sontarans seriously. I mean, they're not quite as scary or as threatening as the classic series, Sontarans, naturally, but I still think that General Stahl and Commander Skull make for great Sontarans. And yeah, I really enjoy this story. The Doctor's Daughter. I'm not sure what to make of this one, to be honest. It was written by Stephen Greenhorn, who wrote The Lazarus Experiment in Series 3, and that was pretty silly, to be honest. That wasn't very good. I thought that was bone dead stupid. The Doctor's Daughter, I don't really think you learned anything, because I think just like one episode's worth of screen time, and the Doctor goes from oh, you're not my daughter, to, oh, you are my daughter and I love you. It's just like, it feels really forced, and I don't think that, spoiler alert, her quote-unquote death really impacted anything. And, excuse me, just the Doctor crying when she dies, it's a bit too much. Like, it would have been better if he would have tried not to cry, to be honest. It would have been more impactful, but yeah, they had to ruin it. It's not one of my favourites. I'm not really. It's not terrible, but I don't really find anything appealing about it. I don't like the half. They're pretty stupid as well. But The Unicorn and the Wasp, however, is an underrated gem. Yes, I said it. I know a lot of people don't like this story for some reason, but I really like The Unicorn and the Wasp, if I'm going to be honest. I said it. I like The Unicorn and the Wasp. It's written by Gareth Roberts, who has written 2 mediocre scripts and 2 good scripts. This was one of his good scripts. Actually, no. He's written 2 good scripts, 1 mediocre script, and 1 horrible script. He wrote the Shakespeare Code for Series 3, which I really liked. And he wrote The Lodger for Series 5, which I thought was a bit nah, and Closing Time for Series 6, which was god-awful. So, I think this is definitely the best script he's done. Really intriguing with the mystery of Agatha Christie and all that, with a character in one of your books, not one of your books, her books, coming to life and causing her to run away for 10 days. So, yeah. Also, I really like the characters as well, like the different suspects, and I just find it pretty funny whenever the Doctor says, oh yes, I went to Belgium once, when he sort of, he's not a suspect, but, yeah, I think it's a nice section. David Tennant's great, so is Catherine Tate. So, yeah. So, really, there's no special features on this DVD, but if you're not one who's bothered for special features, if you are, then get the complete 4th series. But if you're not, and you just want the stories, and you're wanting to like start with your collection, I'd say get this DVD at least for the Sontaran Stratagem in the Poison Sky and the Unicorn and the Wasp. The Doctor's Daughter, I'm a bit unsure of, but I'd say this is a decent one to start out your collection with if you're wanting to get into the individual releases, because they are cheaper than getting the complete box sets. But because they're like £3 a piece now, if you live in Region 2, but if you're in Region 1, you have to get. I mean, I know now they're releasing like the new series in like parts, like, you know, Series 3 Part 1, Series 3 Part 2 and stuff like that, similar to how they've done that with Series 6 and 7. But I think, if you're in, sorry, that was my phone. But other than that, if you live in the US, then you have to get the complete series box sets. But if you live in the UK, I'd definitely say, if you're not bothered for special features or anything like that, go for it. I recommend 3 of the 4 episodes on this DVD release, 2 of the 3 stories. So, yeah. Out of 10, I'd give this an an 8 out of 10. I was going to give it a 7, but then the Unicorn, the Wasp, just bumped it up to an 8. The Doctor's Daughter is what keeps it from getting like a 10 or a 9. But the Sometimes Starship in the Poison Sky is still pretty decent. So, yeah, there's not really much else to say about this DVD release because there's no special features. But, alright, bye. Sorry, that was my... I apologise for that. I apologise for the interruption there, but overall I do recommend this DVD if you're not bothered special features or like that. If you are, then just get the complete 4th series, and you have to if you live in America anyway, unless... I mean, I know Series 2 and Series 3 have been released in parts, but I'm not sure if Series 4 and 5 are coming out, and 1 are coming out like that. Anyway, it's going to be that for now. This is Mr. Doctor Who Fan 13 saying word out, and I shall see you next time for my review of Series 4 Volume 3.